Also got some flowers for my wife. Like I said, with the low calories and not much sleep, I'm sure I'm not the most pleasant person to be around. So good morning, guys. We are less than 3 weeks out from the competition, and to be honest, like, I don't have much energy, so we'll see how this video goes. I'm walking the dog. We're gonna eat some breakfast, drop my daughter off, and of course she's going to the bathroom. All right, now that that's done, my neighbors don't blame me for leaving shit on their lawn. It's been the energy level has been a little bit low. The workouts kind of have hit a wall as far as my energy in the gym. So today we're gonna go really easy. We are gonna do a leg workout. I don't think I've ever videoed a leg workout, so we'll do that today, so you'll see exactly what I'm doing. The diet is basically at 2100 calories most of the week. There's a few days where we up the carbs, but so I am at a pretty good deficit, and after days of being at a deficit, or weeks, it's just your body catches up with you, and it definitely will give you kind of a shitty attitude, to be honest. But we're gonna get back, we're gonna eat, we'll head to the gym. I'll kind of fill you in as the day goes on, and we'll take it from there. We'll see how it goes. So this is Bella. Walking this little shit is not the easiest thing. She's a little nuts. Huh, Bella? You're a good girl, but you're a little nuts. She goes after everything. Dogs, squirrels, birds. We adopted her about 3 or 4 months ago from a shelter. Someone just tied her to the outside of the shelter. And yeah, we adopted her. We are working on her as far as training. My wife's parents, they train dogs. So we're trying to get you straightened out. Yeah, you're out of your mind. She just loses it. A kid playing with a ball, she's like a psychotic dog. But we're working on her. She's a keeper, though. We're gonna keep her, of course. But you need some work. Yeah, you're nuts. All right, let's get some breakfast. You good girl? So breakfast, the usual, really. Just egg whites, 1 whole egg. I do try to eat as many of the carbs during the morning to try to give me energy throughout the day. It's really the only meal that I don't have to measure everything. I kind of know where the egg whites measure up against the pan here, so I can kind of eyeball a lot of it. I do measure the peanut butter, but yeah, I mean this meal is pretty simple. It's like 7 egg whites and a whole egg, a little bit of toast, which I still have in the toast, with some peanut butter in it. Okay, real quick driving video. I know I touched on the sleep and the rest a little bit earlier to this morning. So obviously it's important for everyone to get the proper rest. But when you're low on your calories and you're training twice a day at times, twice a week, it's really hard to find the energy when you're not getting proper rest. So what has been going on is about 11:30 I fall asleep. And then I wake up at 3:15, like on the clock every morning. And normally I would just eat something real quick and go right back to sleep. But I don't have the calories to eat right now because, you know, I'm limited to the calories I'm eating. So it usually takes me a while to fall back to sleep. I have found a YouTube station that I really think is amazing, and I think you guys should check it out. It's called Grace Prayer, and it is like a prayer and meditation, and I put that on and I'm usually able to fall back to sleep, and then I wake up at that in the morning, or maybe like 4 hours later around 7, and it's still playing, and it's just a nice thing to wake up to. So I definitely will put the link below. I will try to remember to put the link below. But then I wake up and I usually try to do a gratitude list and, you know, turn my life over to God in the morning. And it seems like my day goes a lot better when I do that. Now, some days I take my will back and day doesn't go as smooth, but that's how I like to start my day. But this grace prayer is something that has really helped the last 4 or 5 months with that. And I hope they keep putting stuff out because I think it's an amazing channel and I wish them all the best. But let's head to the gym. Let's try to get a decent leg workout in. I will film as much as I can. They don't really like filming in this gym unless I'm in a certain room in the back, which these machines I use aren't in the back. So we'll see what we can do, and I will check back in with you a little bit later today. So first set, we're gonna start off with leg extensions. We're gonna do 5 sets, 15 reps, 12 to 15 reps. All right, so for our next exercise, we're gonna do something similar to a squat, more of a hack squat. Be easier on my back, my knees. We're gonna go lightweight, 15 reps. We're gonna do 5 sets of these. Let's go. All right, third exercise we're gonna do is just a leg press. We're gonna go 15 to 20 reps on these. Knees starting to bother me, ribs starting to bother me, so we're gonna go light. At this point, we're just trying to get a lot of blood in the muscle. We're not trying to actually add any muscle at this point. So 5 sets, 15 to 20 reps, leg press. All right, guys, we are going to do my least favorite exercise, which is walking lunges. We're gonna do 4 sets. I don't think I'll be able to get out of here if I do 5. So we're gonna do 4 sets. We're gonna try for 30 steps, 15 on each leg, but I don't know. We'll see how this goes. So this next exercise, I'm almost embarrassed to say I do. Because I can't do squats anymore, I've really lost my ass, so I really have to do something. So this is the butt plaster. I'll do 4 sets of these. Okay, for this last exercise, we're just gonna do a lion hamstring curl. We'll do 5 sets of it, 15 to 20 reps. I'll only do 1 exercise for hamstrings because I work them later on in the week because they're a weak spot. So I will do a full hamstring and calf workout later this week as well. So 5 sets, 15 to 20 reps. We're almost there. All right, guys, just about done. We're gonna finish off with 2 calf exercises. 1 on this machine here and then 1 seated calf raise. On all these exercises, on the last set, the 5th set, I usually do a drop set. And I also do partials. So whenever you can kind of even get partials at the end rather than completely fail, I like to do that. So let's do a few more sets and we're out of here. Okay guys, just had to stop, get a few things. I also got some flowers for my wife. Like I said, with the low calories and not much sleep, I'm sure I'm not the most pleasant person to be around. So you know what they say, happy wife, happy life, and it is so true. We're gonna head home. We're gonna eat some lunch and then head to the doctor's appointment for some blood work. Now with wife, kids, and life, it's just important to stay on top of things like blood work and doctor's appointments. So I will see you later on this afternoon. We'll check in again. Okay, for you guys that are looking to know what exactly my diet looks like, for this second meal, it was 5.5 ounces of 96% ground beef, 80 grams of broccoli, 40 grams of avocado, and a third of a cup of white rice and 130 grams of sweet potato. So I try to, on these higher carb days, which is really nice, I do 2 workouts. So when I drop my daughter off of volleyball, I'll do a second workout. So I try to add more rice on these tough days to have a little bit more energy. Most of the time it is sweet potato, but also if I eat too much sweet potato, my fiber is too high. So anyways, that is going to be my second meal. My third meal will be 7 ounces of trout, 1 cup of white rice, 100 grams of sweet potato, 50 grams of asparagus, and 50 grams of broccoli. And then I'll have another meal after that, which will be a cup and a half of rice, chicken, 6 ounces, and 100 and maybe 10 of broccoli, I believe. We'll go back to the gym. We will just do 30 minutes of cardio and a little bit of abs, and that will basically be our second workout of today. I will check in with you at the end of the day. All right, so let's wrap this up. And if you guys made it this far, please do me a favor and just hit the like and subscribe, and maybe even make a comment. It helps the channel out a lot. So we got our second workout in. We brought our fourth meal there. We ate that outside the gym. And now we just have this one last meal of the night, which is overnight oats with protein in it. So overall, hit all my numbers. Everything was good. It was a great day. My wife liked the flowers too, just so you know. Made her day. So I will see you next week. We'll check in. We're getting close. Hopefully you guys are watching and keeping an eye on this final last 2 weeks. I will see you guys next week. And remember, be kind to one another.